The energy coming through with this high priestess here speaks to somebody who knows in their heart and in their soul that you are their perfect match. You are their divine counterpart. They may even refer to you as their divine feminine, their lady, their person. This may be part of the way in which they are quietly trying to, keep in alignment with the course that you have both set forth in this connection so far, steps that have been taken towards one another, and even some distance that may have, occurred between the two of you for various reasons. This person has always kept their sights set on you. A sense of like, I know that it's you and me in the end. I know you are that alignment for me. I know you are the yin to my yang. I know you are my person. It feels like there's periods of time where this person has been able to hold frequency with you, stand in your presence, look you in the eye, speak their truth, pour that forth with everything that they are. And times where they have led the way to like junctures of experience where you've each needed to kind of have some separate space to go within and heal wounds, to close up certain karmic contracts in other areas of your lives, to establish new karmic contracts or new soul contracts, new ventures in areas of your life that have to do with like interpersonal relationships, relationship with self, other people, kind of like a filtering through and cultivation of different sorts of community. This is something it feels like that in the midst of all of this person keeps finding their way back around to this reality of like, it's still you and me. Our roads have always been parallel. This is somebody that in the midst of seasons of doubt that they have had, or times where life has kind of torn you apart and pulled you in different directions, you have continued to be like a very potent and powerful force, a guiding light for this person. And it feels like something that if there were challenges and obstacles before, those challenges and obstacles, many of them have been, kind of closed out or discontinued. But it feels like there are now a different series of tests, challenge, and obstacles. It may even be a harder road forward for the two of you at this point. But this is somebody that it's like, this makes me love you even more. The fact that I have to fight for this. The fact that I have to pour myself into this singular understanding that I have inside of myself, that you are the other half of my heart. You are the other half of my soul. This is somebody it feels like that needed to shed versions of themselves. They needed to go through some metamorphosis as well as you. You need to go through things as well to kind of come into a place of balance within yourself, and them to come into a place of balance within themselves, to where it's like the pathway between the two of you on a soul level is now clearer than ever, even if the road has become sort of rocky or jagged in the material world. And this is somebody that in the past might have looked at challenges as like, I need to stop and plan things out. I need to map a course over the mountain. I need to wait for better timing. I need to still myself until the storms pass. I need to build my resources, build my strength before I charge forth. And this is something where they almost had taken like a slow and steady approach, and that had only created more elusiveness within the certainty. This is somebody now that is willing to do whatever it takes in order to prove to you like, I'm still here. I'm still with you. I haven't gone anywhere. I have been transforming as a person just as you have been transforming as a person. And I want to take steps towards you and not allow my own ego to be that sabotaging force. I don't want anything to stand between us. And I recognize and own up to where there's something within me that had been that barrier to loving you fully and completely before. And so this is somebody, it feels like, that is getting ready to kind of invite themselves into your space in a way, not encroach, not intrude, not, kind of push beyond your boundaries. But there's almost a sense of like, they know the access point that is them, that is for them, that is theirs. Not like they're going to smooth talk you or, bring forth any kind of like trickery or mind games, but it's like, I know what I need to say. I know what I need to do. For some of you, this is somebody that's going to show up with a ring and get down on one knee and propose to you right there. Like, say everything that they didn't say before. That this is kind of like going all in on this circumstance in a very obvious way, in a very big way, to where there's no doubt within you that, like, I'm serious about this. I'm not just trying to waste time. I'm not trying to do hot and cold with you anymore. For others, this is something where, they have seen like a parallel path that has kept the two of you aligned, even when your material circumstances have sort of brought distance between the two of you. And they're getting ready to step over that threshold to acknowledge some of the undercurrents, the spiritual connection, the deep sense of prophecy that they have, that like their path aligns with you, that it's always been you, that this is somebody that may even have been like, I loved you before I met you. And then I met you and I was confronted with love for the first time, and it was so unrecognizable because I needed to go on a journey of discovering that I'd never known it in such a pure or true or aligned form before. And so I'm sorry I doubted the recognition of myself in another person, in you. And to build from there, like if it'll take time to kind of get to know one another again, or, kind of like to pick up where you left off from, or again, if there are like other obstacles between the two of you, distance between the two of you, other challenges that you need to kind of like figure out a way through to compromise with, or to, kind of build a bridge beyond so that you're stepping up into a new level of experience. This is somebody that doesn't just want to come back and say like, I miss you. I see what I have now that it's gone. It's almost like they're bringing in more of an aware energy. If this almost was somebody that was very aware of this connection, the deeper implications before, but then they chose a path of denial, and they needed to kind of live through the repercussion of that. This is all about the energy of redemption with this high priestess. This is something you don't see coming. And this is not going to be a reading for those of you with some kind of toxic ex who are like, I don't want to hear from that person anymore. I'm not interested. This isn't that. This is the energy of something to where you may have parted ways with somebody that it almost might have been a tragedy that life took you in two different directions. Or that kind of sense of somebody that was like, I hesitated for a minute and then it all fell apart. And it would be, relatively speaking, like easy for them to pick up the pieces, easy for them to try and like get you back, to do everything they should have done before, to speak truth where they had kind of held that inside, maybe thinking they had more time, or almost somebody that might have thought you deserve more than what I can give you at this time. And rather than trusting that you could like build with one another, that you just wanted them as they are. You were seeing beyond the material circumstances, that you chose them and you wanted them to choose you. It's almost like they deferred to sort of a path of like, well, I have to become something more in the material before I'm worthy of you. And that cost them big time in this situation. And so this is something where it almost would be like a tearful reunion. Like this is the kind of thing, if this person reached out to you or they showed up, yeah, they'd put in the work. Yeah, they'd, say everything they needed to say. But it's almost something to where just that moment of contact, it would erase all of that time of hurt, all of that experience of kind of yearning, or the sense of like a wrong choice was made and trying to sort of course correct from there. That this person knows that it would just be, I would just have to look into your eyes and that would be it. It would be you and me. And so this is something where it's almost like they are trying, it feels like at this time, to lead with that. Like, I know it's you and me, but then also have this energy of, I owe this connection and the future between the two of us, everything that I have emotionally, because I held that back in the past because I didn't think that materially it was good enough. This is someone that's had an abundance of love for you for a very long time. This might have been love at first sight, only they couldn't see that love inside of themselves. And so it's been a very long time of coming to this place where I finally feel that even if loving myself is still a work in progress, or if they've made, huge strides in that direction, that it's like I'm not looking for that energy of perfection. I want to build with you where we are at this moment in time. I want to work with you. I see you in all of your kind of flaws and in your perfection, and I find that to be absolutely exquisite. And so I'm wanting to present that equal and balanced part of myself as well. Because this person misses you terribly. It feels like nobody has been able to replace you. It feels like this person has not even tried to. In many ways, they've not even tried. This might even be somebody that kind of chose a path of, I got to work on myself. I got to do something more. I got to become something more. And their only companion has been like emptiness. It's like the memory of you, the feeling of like, I made a wrong choice. This person might have been like haunted by a choice in the past, wishing they could turn back the hands of time, but having no choice to move forward. And so it's like they bring sort of a frozen in time energy, it feels like, to your door. All of that love that was there way back when, or before, it's still there. And this is somebody who's like ready to provide that for you. Yeah, we also have the Ten of Pentacles. So this person sees you as their happily ever after. They want to build something lasting with you. They want to start a family with you. They want to get married. They want to, kind of walk forward in life with you as their counterpart, as their person, as their match, as their spouse. This is someone that doesn't want to hesitate. They don't want to waste any more time. There's like an energy of enough time has been wasted. Let's build what dreams we can with the time that we have left. And let's make the most of like every minute, every single day, because I can't go on missing you like this. I can't go on with that kind of emptiness as my companion. I can't continue to feed into the illusion that I need to somehow continue to fine tune and perfect aspects of myself before I'm worthy to be loved by you, before the love I have to give is good enough for you. This person holds you in very high regard, but there's a sense of the idea of like losing you, missing out on what you could have with one another. That's more than this person can bear at this point in time. So it feels like this is something where they're getting their ducks in a row really quickly. This is somebody that is moving towards you, at high speed. This is somebody that is like, I might have hesitated in the past, but I am very precise now. I might have been in the energy of like doubts within sort of usurped all the hope, but I vanquished all of that. And even if I'm afraid of rejection, even if I don't know for certain what the future between the two of us will hold, I know that if I got like one wish, it would be for another opportunity with you, for an opportunity to show up for you as I am, so that we could figure things out together. Yeah, we have the King of Wands. So the fire of passion that this person has for you has not diminished in the time since you've been apart or away from one another. This person has tended a very special flame that they have for you. You're like enshrined within this person's heart. They pay homage at this temple built in your honor inside of them every single day. It feels like this person prays for you every single day, that wherever you are in your life, and no matter what is happening, that you know that they love you, that you are loved, that you are valued, that you are appreciated, that you are desired, and you are seen, even if it's just energetically, by them. And this is somebody that doesn't want to just be that kind of well-wisher from afar. They don't want to be that person that just holds that sense of like, if only I could change like one thing about my life. Like the singular regret this person has is not holding you close, not fighting for this connection, not doing something when it was easier to do something. And so this is somebody that has like reached a point in their own journey. They are empowered enough within themselves that this is like, I'm going to make a way forward. If a way is not readily available, I'm going to make something happen. This is somebody that is moving forth with determination. You are mine and I am yours. Period. Complete stop, full sentence. That's a story in and of itself that we will build a world within. So this is somebody that if they hesitated in the past, they come forth now with this intensity, this certainty, this light in their eyes that is not dimmed by their inability to kind of recognize that same love that they have for you, the emanation of that inside of themselves. Yeah, we also have the Nine of Swords. So this person has been overthinking like this method of delivery, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, how it's all going to play out. They're trying to be very meticulous in planning that, planning the moment, planning that approach. But there's also the sense of like an anxiety. If I keep sitting in this energy of planning, that logical place, I risk losing you. I risk missing out. It was logic that derailed them in the past. They almost had a sense of kind of like, I wish I had told you, just kind of like, wait right here. I just have some things that I need to work on. But I see a future with us. And they didn't get that out right. They didn't say it right. They might have just sort of drifted off. They sent you on your way. They moved off in an opposite direction. And you were left kind of feeling like, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for this lifetime. So it feels like you've had that companion of emptiness as well that has walked with you through time to this point. And this person, they still feel you stronger than ever, as intense as ever. They may feel, when they feel into your energy, that it's like you're sitting right across from them in the same room, speaking to them, resonating with them, creating an atmosphere that is unique to the two of you. This person is very eager and very excited to be back in your physical presence. This is somebody that doesn't want to breadcrumb and kind of like, let's just start out with, kind of like sporadic texting, just once in a while we're having this communication. This is somebody that's like, they want to have that big conversation. And they want to, if you will hear them out, take another big step towards you and another big step towards you, like closing that gap that has developed very quickly. They want nothing to be between you because there's already been too much that has stood in the way of this. This is somebody who's like putting their foot down towards themselves, towards their overly logical mind. They might have put their foot down with like other things that were obstacles in the past. New challenges are here, and it's like this is somebody that's charging forth towards those things with their teeth bared, claws out. Because this is something that it's like, I'm not going to just let this lifetime be one between the two of us where you just sit in that place of regret inside, where I carry your ghost with me. And it prevents me from living fully in the now. Because I'm always looking for you and not finding what it is that I need and that I require in that sense of fulfillment, because you are that fulfillment. And so this is somebody that knows they need to not circle back around, but it's like they need to kind of come out of this space of personal transformation. They may be very different from how you remember them. Certainly energetically, a lot has changed. Their perception has changed. Their focus has changed. The way they're living their life has changed. This isn't somebody that just brings like empty cups to the table promises. I'll do better. Give me a chance. No, this is somebody that is like, these are kind of the things that I have cleared out of my life. These are the cycles that I've put an end to. These are the new things that I have cultivated for myself. This is the version of me. Not that like, oh, we got to take our time and get to know, one another again, although, that practically might be the case. But this is almost somebody that wants to really address that head on. Like, it is because of the influence of this love, this kind of like insistence within me that I need to get back towards you. I need to see my journey through to a place of completion so that I can say everything I couldn't say before, so that I am empowered enough to do everything that I couldn't do before. And that sense of like needing to build, needing to work on things, that has kept this person derailed, kind of getting lost in the weeds for quite some time. And so this is somebody that is like, nope, I'm coming towards you. This is the year. This is the time. This is happening now. I'm not going to waste any more time. It's as good as it's going to get on my end. And I know that we can build something very beautiful that is our rendition of perfect. That we can do that together. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.